righty. Let's see. After last week's adventure, we ended battling a young sea serpent. But you guys were victorious and quite to the elation of Captain Craghammer. He feels that is a great prize that his ship has captured. And they pulled the beast on board and cleaned it down, wasting not a piece of it. Any usable portion of that serpent was harvested and gathered and put to the hull. He laments the fact that it's not a whale that they couldn't harness the oil off of, but he believes he may be able to turn a lot more coin with what you guys managed to bring down in that serpent than a whale would fetch him anyway. And he relays that to you when he gets to Sirinyala, I believe that's how it's called, the village that the base camp on Foreign. Foreign is the big island of EisleCross, which you guys are traveling to. Cyrenlia is the name of the little main fort base encampment there on Foreign, where travelers from Pale Bank travel to before they begin their expeditions across EisleCross and the various islands and such. So the rest of the trip is rather uneventful. Y'all finish out the last 3 or 4 days with good wind behind your back. You do notice that each day the temperature has steadily dropped since you left Pale Bank Village. It seems to grow colder still as you guys see Foreign ahead of you, and the Wild Maiden is brought into its ports. Through windy snow, you can see fur-lined tents and yurts arranged in a large camp. Campfires are whipped by the wind, with dwarves and elves huddled close to flames. As you all begin your descent off the ramp into Cyrenlia, that one's going to hurt me. You're met at the docks. You hear a gruff yet feminine voice call out to you. "Don't you worry. It'll cool down here eventually." A joking voice bellows over the snow. A female dwarf with a shaggy mane of unkept hair bows to you. "Mortigold Delwar, at your service. Welcome to EisleCross."
Well, it is nice to meet you too, sweetheart. My name is Goldie, the coldest. Nice to acquaintance.
Well met to you, Goldie the coldest. Interesting name for a place such as this. You ain't the coldest yet. Give it some days, though. So what brings you to EisleCross, boys? Adventure? Money? An early death?
Maybe all the above.
Well, good day, ma'am. My name is Degas, but my friends call me Dave. We're actually tracking down the serious situation that's happening throughout the land. And we're tracking down at the cause and effect of this plague and disease that's been affecting a lot of the folks down in Pelbrook.
Oh, my. Yeah, I heard of that. Y'all caught a case of the woe, eh?
It's a little bit more than that. It's more than, it's almost the point that once you get it, you're guaranteed to die.
Yeah, that'd be it. The frigid woe.
Yeah.
We see it from time to time here as well. I know a little bit about it, but not as much as the buyer does. They'd probably tell you more about it later. So first things first, let's get you settled in here.
Okay.
She starts walking y'all through the camp a little bit, and you can see these little groups of dwarves and elves huddled in different campfires around the encampment there. They're planning
What's his name?
expeditions to find
Orin?
Aor's lost treasure. What's that?
What's the other guy's name? Orin?
Orvo Mustave.
Yeah, that guy. I'll let her know we're looking for him.
She says, Orvo? Yeah, I believe he's still around here in one of these camps. Actually, he might be over there on the far side where they're planning an expedition to find Aor's lost treasures, you see. That's what this whole place is about. If you ain't exploring, you ain't banking gold. She stops in front of a large fur-lined yurt, right here where you guys are standing.
Okay.
She says, y'all can stay here. Belong to a fool rich elf named Bertrand. He came here looking for adventure. Found the inside of a saber-toothed tiger instead.
Well, it wouldn't be last
Should
name
be some
Fell,
food.
would it?
No. Should be some food and like in there. Hey, cheers for now.
Okay.
You boys enjoy. If you need anything, remember, my name's Morgul. And right before she turns to walk away, she stops. She turns back and looks at the four of you, and she kind of sniffs the air. Oh. Oh, that's a smell. Shrugs, and then she walks away.
I look at Goldie go, I don't think we travel that bad. I don't think we're that odious.
Huh. Oh, speak for yourself, baby. Goldie always smells
Yeah,
good.
that's what I'm saying. What
Morgo
she's
Delwer.
sniffing about.
Morgo Delwer is a neutral good female mountain dwarf werebear
Oh.
and has lived in Cyrenlia for years. She did look right at Crimson when she said that.
I was going to say out of game. Yep, we know who she's talking about now.
So as you guys, she pointed to this little yurt here just below you. She says, it's y'all's. You can inspect that whenever.
Okay.
Now, it jumps around right here on my page. So what do you guys want to do at this moment?
Okay.
Let's go look in the yurt.
Yeah, once we get in the yurt and get kind of settled and investigate what may have been left there or not, I would like to take an hour to kind of bind my shield and sword to myself.
Okay. Just before you guys are heading into this yurt that Morgo said y'all could have, it's yours now. You see Captain Craghammer approaching y'all. He's come off the ship now. And he tells you, well, boys, best of luck to you on your ventures. He says, I might be looking to offload here. The buyer's got some resources available. I'm going to go talk to her, but don't you worry. I told you you'd get your fair share in what you helped us accomplish out there, and you will. Been a pleasure sailing with you boys, and I hope you're successful, and I see you soon. And you see Captain Craghammer walk away from y'all, and he walks. There's this. Now, I know the map's a little congested, but imagine this sprawled out. You know what I mean? A bigger area. But you see him walking towards the center of this camp where there's this big fur-lined yurt. It's at least twice the size of everyone else's.
Okay.
And he heads off in that direction. So, y'all go to expect Bertrand's yurt.
Yeah.
The sound of wind and the biting cold die down as you enter the yurt. A cold fire pit marks the center of the hide-covered floor. An open crate containing packaged rations and a few other items stands next to the door. So y'all settle in. Do you want to look at the what's in the yurt and whatnot or anything? Or?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to look through it.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't feel bad looking through it. The owner's gone to the other side, so
Well,
it's
it was
it's just
given
sitting
to
there.
us. The lady said it belonged to us now, so we have
Okay.
every right to go through this.
Okay.
Let's take a thorough inventory of what was left behind. Maybe there could be something useful.
Once y'all get settled in and start looking around, you see the crate contains about 50 days of rations, 50 foot of silk rope, a blanket, grappling hook, miner's pick, and a book titled Adventure Sexy. Impress Potential Lovers with Great Deeds by Scanlon Shorthalt.
Oh God.
Oh, oh, ooh, this might be right up my alley. Hey, does anybody mind? I'm going to just read this book, peruse through, if y'all don't mind.
Oh my goodness, he found his idol.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey John, how about you roll a history check? Being a bard, you would probably know who Scanlan Shorthalt is.
Maybe. You can if you want, John.
I'll roll
Or it
this.
can just be some random ass dude for all you know. It don't matter.
Right. It's a cool book.
Adventure Sexy.
Yeah, I rolled a one.
Yeah, he don't know who the hell Scanlon Shorthalt is.
That'd be a 2 total.
Shit. Alright.
I just know it said Adventure Sexy. Had a peruse lovers. That's all I gave a shit about.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Michael, what did you say you needed to do?
I was going to bind my sword and shield to myself.
Okay.
And so basically, what that does is it takes an hour.
You could have actually.
Done that while
Yeah,
we
go
were on the
ahead.
boat.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and take that hour. Y'all get settled in. You do notice that it's about evening time now. It is cold. It is snowy. And you thought Pale Bank was cold. This place is about 30 degrees colder. And the way the dwarf was joking, it gets much colder than that. Just to kind of break it down, Serenlia, this base has been here for quite a long time. But as you can tell just by the construction, it's like fir yurts and stuff like that. There's really no stone buildings, nothing that looks like it has been there for the amount of time that it actually has.
No hard structures.
Yeah, no hard structures really built up. It almost looks like a barbarian encampment the way it's built up.
Like a nomad, like a Genghis Khan type thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, it really does. And as Morgo alluded to, she said, that's what this place is all about is people trying to find the lost treasures of Aor. And it looks pretty come and go-ish, I guess would be the best term to describe it. This is just the starting point for many people and their adventures and what brings them to what the hell is this island called again? Hold on. Damn, I took my bookmark out. Stupid me. No, I didn't. Foreign. This is Foreign. It is the largest island in EisleCross of 9. It's also where the majority of Aor crashed. It is an Arctic tundra-like region with mountains, semi-temperate forests, all covered in snow and ice consistently. An interesting feature it has is several hundred miles inland, there is a river inferno. It's actually a free-flowing lava river that separates this island in half. I'll send y'all pictures and a map so you kind of get an idea of it. So after an hour or so with Dagas saying his prayers and blessings and atonements and binding his weapons to his weapons bond, part of his angelic arms feature. So that was pretty cool. We determined that Dagas's armor class is better than what the angelic arm features would grant him. But there was another part of that feature. Michael, you want to tell us what this does? What you're binding this your sword and shield to you does?
Yeah, basically, if I take an hour to bind up to 2 items, I can call them in as a bonus action. And what it does is it acts as magical armor or magical weapon. So to help bypass resistance to immunity to non-weapons.
Nice. That is a handy feature.
Yeah.
For people that don't have more than we got a +1 magic dagger and like 10 +1 arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that could come in clutch, good buddy, I believe. Well, anyway, after about an hour or so goes by, Captain Craghammer peeks his head into your yurt. He says, "Boys, again, I want to thank you. We're going to be able to offload everything here. The buyer's quite generous, and she's got your share, and she said you'll be rewarded far better than I could have done you. And I've dealt with her in the past, or him, or her, or well, whatever the hell he is. So make sure you drop by her tent. It's the big yurt in the middle of the camp. She knows what you're here for, too. She told me she's got some information. Again, best of luck to you, boys. Hopefully I'll see you again one day." And with that,
And you do the same, and watch out for those silly little sea serpents.
he stops and looks back and goes, "Hey, that's the funny thing. She said that was just a baby. Go figure."
Well, damn the baby. I'd like to meet its mama.
Brooke says, "No, Brooke." All right. So you're bonded up, man. Y'all want to walk around the camp, look for Orvo, or do you want to go talk to the buyer first, or?
I think we should go talk to Orvo first. Get some intel before we, go further down the path. What do you guys think?
That sounds good.
Behind you looking for ladies of leisure. If there are any.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Sure. I got it. Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right. What you notice is mostly around these little circles and fires are hardy, adventuring-looking folk. You might have noticed a few elf women, a few dwarf women, small in numbers compared to the amount of men that are here. But there are a group of people here that you notice that seem almost, like I said, barbaric, meandering around and either bartering with some of these people at their campfires or preparing for what looks like an excursion. But women of leisure, you see none.
Well, I tell you what, though, if I had some of my lady friends here with me today, we could make a whole lot of people happy. That's for sure, including my pocket. Goldie, baby, is the coldest. That's a business opportunity, gentlemen, that we can work on.
Mm-hmm.
Brugge just kind of
hot.
Brug just kind of scratches his head. He doesn't understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Brug's only like 16, 17 years old. He's still quite junior. He's just physically full grown.
And
So as
Davis
you guys-
is devout. He is as about as far as conservative values as you can get. So he's like a bit like concerned.
See, it's okay though because not everybody can find love.
Uh-huh.
I'm just here to provide a equal and opportune substitute, if you know what I mean. Goldie, baby.
Yeah. Well, that is true. You can only find true love when you dedicate and devote yourself to something other than yourself.
Oh, so agreed. So agreed.
Yeah.
And trust and believe, Goldie loves the ladies, baby.
Yeah.
Goldie has love for everyone, as long as they play the game right.
See, I don't even know what game she's even talking about. I just think she's
Or,
like
no,
the
I think-
game of life, you know.
Goldie's the only one that knows what Goldie's talking about right now.
Do what?
I said Goldie's the only one that knows what Goldie's talking about right now.
Like maybe it's the game of life, maybe it's Monopoly. I don't know what game you're talking about, you know.
He's eventually gonna break character and be like, "Whores, man! I'm talking about whores, okay? Tavern wench, meat sucking whores.
Like, damn, y'all don't know nothing.
They do anything for $1. Fucking anything. All you gotta do is treat them nice, smack them on the ass every once in a while."
Yeah, I put my earmuffs on because it's getting a little cold. So earmuffs.
Oh yeah, Daggett is just in sheer shock right now. Like,
Too funny.
his virgin ears weren't ready for all that. So, after discussing what business ventures that Goldie believes he could just clean up out here, which I mean, who knows? You get a couple ones in his stable, he could win big. You never know. I don't know.
Daggett is actually thinking that Goldie is talking like about hoarfrost. You know, like it's so cold up here that there's accumulation of hoarfrost. I think that in his mind, that's what he heard.
Oh, I love it. Just mass
In his
confusion
mind,
going
he
on.
thinks that she's talking about some kind of environmental accumulation of ice
Catastrophe.
in a certain pattern, which is fascinating. But you know, still trying to figure out what game she's talking about.
I'm a weatherman now.
Yeah. Spoilers all over the place. I'm like, yeah, there is quite an accumulation. I mean,
That's great.
not sure how
So
to
you
make
guys
money
are-
off of that, but
Walking through the camp, you're directed over. I'm just going to bring them to you.
yeah.
You're directed over to one of the fires where a few folks that know him say Orvo Mustov is. You'll recognize him. He's an older mountain dwarf. He's a scout of this area. He looks like a scout. He's a good dude. But anyway, y'all get to this little camp where this dude is setting up with some people. It looks like they're about to go out on an expedition. You can see him packing up something you've never really seen before. There's several of them actually. Let's pull y'all down here.
Okay.
And what you see them packing are these like carrying contraptions with long boards that kind of turn up, and there's several dogs all leashed up around them. It's a snow sleds. And I don't believe any of you have seen anything like this.
Guaranteed.
But he breaks from his duties packing these bags up, and he looks all you over, and he's like, Y'all looking for Orville? I'm Orville. What can I do for you?
Out of game, have we come up with a name yet for our group, or are we just are we still figuring that out?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think we have.
Okay.
I mean, we're just third level.
Yeah. Well, I figured since
I've got some ideas for further down the road, but we ain't got there yet.
Okay. Well, good day, Orville. We are a band of illustrious adventurers in which we have been tasked. The burden that we carry is that we are looking to find the cause and hopefully the cure for the sickness that's been prevailing through like Palebrook, and from what I've heard, even up here, it's called a little bit of a different name, but it's the wasteful woe.
Yeah,
The frigid woe.
Frigid woe.
Frigid woe, yeah.
They said, yeah. I mean, I've heard of it before, but like, why would you be asking me about such a thing?
Your friend, what the hell's his name? I can't remember.
Ergon.
Yeah, Ergon. Died of it.
Well, what? You see him kind of just look shocked. He's like, Ergon Wentz dead?
Yep.
Oh, no. No. And the news just hits him like a ton of bricks. He had no idea. And for him, that was like a brother from another mother that he's just finding out has died.
Mm.
So you can just see the grief wash over him. And he's like, oh, no, not Ergon. Oh, my Lord. He says, come sit by my fire. Tell me about what happened to Ergon, and if you would. So Orvo's grief-stricken.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about the demise. If you give him a little more information, he may or may not be able to help you.
Mm. I think at this point we tell him that we're really tracking those vials, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the best step.
Yeah.
I'll help it out. All right, so basically you guys let Orvo know that when Ergon last returned from his last expedition with him, he brought back some stuff that was found, these blue vials. And Orvo kind of nods, and he's like, hey, that was part of the stuff he wanted. He said, I sold my share of the treasure here, right to the buyer. Ergon wanted to hang on to his share until he got home. I didn't know he'd be bringing home death with him. He said, yes. Hey, we found the blue vials in Salzvold. It's an Aurian ruin, partially submerged in water. It's in a region of the foreign where the glacial ice is thin. We call it the thin sheets there. I believe the ruin is pretty well preserved, as the structure was reinforced with magic, as were many of Aor's buildings that house hazardous material or secret projects. Salzvold, where we found those vials, it's about 200 miles northwest of Cyrenlia. It's a long journey. It's a rough journey. He said, I remember when we found the place, ice methods seem to be crawling around it. They're drawn to something at the location. We couldn't figure out what it was. We actually found the ruin by following a couple of them. Yeah, the place, Salzvold, it appeared to be some kind of lab, Aeorian lab or something of the sort. We only got to explore about 3 of its chambers before we got chased away. Damn animated suits of armor jumped up on us and nearly turned us out. Hell, we didn't know what was in those vials when we found them. We sure as hell wouldn't have let it get back to Pale Bank.
So
He
just so
said,
I'm
I've got it.
understanding you correctly, you don't have any more of those vials on you?
Oh, absolutely not.
And who'd you sell them to?
The buyer. Everything here in Cerlinia goes through the buyer.
Okay.
She's got means, you see, to transport goods rapidly all over the realm. Hell, I know she can send them to Pale Bank, Uthadorn, other places and such. Way further away than that. Not quite sure how she does it, but she's got her means. Most folk, if they turn up anything of value here, they bring it to the buyer. It's an option, or they can try and take it home themselves. You know, Ergon was good for that. She said, but she's fair and she knows the value of things coming out of Aor.
Well, let me ask you this then. Since she knows the value of things, and she's got an eye for, let's just say, quality. Do you think she knew what you were selling her when you sold her the blue vials?
Oh, you're talking about the wool?
Yeah.
Al, I didn't have any. Ergon claimed the only two we had.
I see. I like that.
Wasn't part of the split.
I see.
But I imagine if anybody knows anything about the frigid wool, the buyer would.
Okay.
Hell, as far as I know, she's been here longer than anybody.
Okay. I'd like to ask you about these contraptions here. That how do they work, and like what's like the basic procedure to handle these things?
The sleds here, they're fairly easy. The dogs run them themselves pretty much. Most of these dogs are pretty well trained, and anybody can run a sled. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one dog can pull about 300 pounds, they said. These sleds here, they've been made by the wild folk out here for traveling nomads. And as you start to kind of look at them, you start realizing like the runners and stuff are made out of like these big, long rib bones of something, and leathers, and it's not really wood, so to speak. Orvo says, mammoth, I believe. I think that's what they made these sleds out of. They're lighter than ones that'd be made of wood and metal, so easier on the dogs.
Where can we procure some of these sleds from?
Oh, hell, you just have to talk to somebody that's got one that's willing to let go of it. He said, I know dogs up here run you about 30 gold each. They can be, good dogs are expensive, though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I imagine 2 sleds could probably pull you. Now, note, he's saying that's not understanding that Crimson weighs almost 400 pounds.
Right.
But just looking at the 3, he said, yeah,
like,
2 fellers to a sled.
Like, yeah, if there were like 2 dogs per sled, what would the range be like?
Oh, 2 dogs on a sled probably pull. I mean, looking at you, that's about what I'd figure it'd pull. Easily.
How far can they
200, 400. Oh, them dogs travel fast. You see, out here, in this weather, in this terrain, you might be able to work, you know, get you a good 12 miles in a day, a good travel without any hiccups. He says the dogs, even resting them every few hours, they'll more than double that. And he did mention that Saul's vault, the vault where they found the frigid woe at,
220 miles.
200 miles away.
So at 24 miles, 25 miles a day, we're looking at 8 days, mathematically speaking.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink of water.
He says, I will warn you, though, when you get to the thin sheets, sledding the dogs ain't too much of a good idea. We call it the thin sheets for a reason. Glacial ice is thin there, and there's lots of water flow running around it. You could easily the dogs could easily drag you right up on some thin stuff, and then that'd be it. So know this about that region where Salsafald is in. It's about 40 miles of thin ice here, and though it's pretty touchy, and you want to take it slow.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Where are you headed?
three quarters of your trip, you let the dogs run you. It's good hard land, good snowy ground. He says, when you get near in the thin sheets, I wouldn't advise it.
Where
Am
you
I
headed?
headed? He says, well, some damn full adventuring party has got themselves lost, it looks like. I'm traveling into the wilds of foreign.
Huh. Well,
The Diarchy of Earthadern sent some boys up here for some exploration in Molotov's region, and they've gone missing and haven't returned. And seeing as I'm one of the more well-known scouts of this area, I'm going to lead this group of their men out there to see if we can find them. Well, try anyway. That's one thing about EisleCross. A lot of folks show up with the idea of finding their dreams and riches and wealth and magic. It's a hard land. It's a good land to find a quick death. So, best of luck to you boys. Sorry to hear about Ergon. It breaks my heart. It really does.
Goldie wishes you the best of luck on your adventure. But let me ask you one question about this, the buyer, as you so call her. Does she deal in all sold and traded goods in this community?
Oh, the buyer?
Oh, yeah.
If it moves through EisleCross or, hell, Tal'Dorei, period, the buyer moves it. I guess, you don't get a name like that without being a buyer, now would you?
I guess you have a point there. Well, then I think the buyer is the one we need to speak to.
He says, well, I'll do you one more favor. If y'all boys are looking to get some sleds, I'll pass the word around the camp to see if any got any for sale. As I mentioned, I'm thinking 2 of them, 2 sleds and 4 dogs ought to serve you pretty well. Of course, knowing that, more dogs, faster the journey, less rest time. Just something to keep in mind.
Out of game, what did we sit at? Like about 300 gold?
I got 15.
You got 15 gold?
Why do you only have 15 gold?
Because that's what I started off, and I made 15.
Oh, you joined us late.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
And I made 15, and I spent 15 to get all my cold weather gear.
I didn't put mine on the front of my new sheet.
Okay, well, this is, we should all have roughly the same amount. We have 14 platinum pieces each, about 100 gold pieces each, minus our cold weather gear, because it was like 30 we spent. 70 silver, 139 copper.
Okay.
How much copper?
So 139. So our combined monies, we're looking at, let's see, 14 platinum pieces is 140 gold, right?
Yeah.
So that's 240 times 3 is just the gold and platinum. So,
okay, so we'll be able to afford the sleds then.
That's $720. That's 720 gold right there between.
Yeah. We should be able to afford sleds and dogs fairly easily if that's the course we decide to go.
Okay.
Time is of the essence here.
Well, I think that we probably should go speak to the buyer and get some information about the frigid woman.
Oh,
Well, the captain said she has information for us because she knows why we are here.
Hmm.
All right, so you guys work your way over to that big central tent, I guess.
Oh yeah, we're going to the bayou, baby.
Okay, you can go ahead and bring up that the inside of that yurt map there, JD, if you would.
yep.
There we go. There you go. So it's tiny, so about a quarter size of one of them squares.
Yeah.
That looks good. Okay. Did you guys approach the large yurt in the center of the camp? As you start to approach the door or the heavy flap that closes the door, it seems to roll back almost off on its own, allowing you entrance into the yurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Hunter's Bane and just kind of get a sense of anything.
Okay, what are you using?
Hunter's Bane.
And what's it do?
Um, basically, it allows me to. Let me pull it up so I can actually read it for you.
Sorry, my wife called me. Had to run downstairs real quick.
What did she call you?
Not a good name.
Yeah.
It usually never is.
He said not a good name.
Dagnabbit.
It usually never is a good name.
Mm-hmm.
When she calls me by my name, I've probably done something right.
Got your hand.
And I've
when she
never
calls you
heard
out your
her.
name, you actually did something right.
Yeah, and I don't think she's ever called me by my name.
Yeah, so
Does she
basically,
know
it
you?
allows me to use perception to look at Fey, Fiend, or Undead in the area, as well as giving me advantage on survival checks to track them and intelligence checks to recall information about them.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Kind of like
Okay, cool. You've got that on. So you would detect Fey, Fiend, or Undead?
Yeah, basically, it just sort of it's a and that's a 19 perception.
Okay. So you all enter the tent. The pungent scent of incense fills this yurt, whose walls are painted with glowing arcane runes. A brass brazier burns brightly in the center of the floor, around which are set a few plush chairs, a bed, a large stone chest. On one of those chairs sits an elf reading a book. A small green dragon with gossamer butterfly wings sits curled in its lap, almost like a cat. The what's the term for The non-binary. I didn't write this, of course. The
Yeah.
non-binary elf raises. I'm just going to call her her. We'll go with that. Raises her glance from a small book she's writing notes in above the dragon that's curled in her lap. When she looks up and sees you all, ah, I have been waiting for you. Please come in. I am the buyer. So did you guys come in here and have a seat and done these little plush chairs and stuff she's got around you? She looks to you all and says, "Ah, Elroy told me you'd be coming. On a quest to find the antidote for the frigid woe, are we?"
Yeah, that is our quest.
She says, "And hopefully you've already talked to Orvo, so you at least know where you're looking."
Yes.
That's we have covered that base. We are highly motivated to ease the pain of the people.
Yeah, we definitely don't want no sickness to spread. Just bad for business, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, tell me more about what you're saying.
Oh, well, if you ain't got nobody to buy the goods, then you don't make no money, honey.
That is a general rule of thumb, I would agree. As she's speaking to you, you notice the little dragon that was asleep curled up on her lap perks its head up as if smelling the air. And then it excitedly begins to kind of flutter its wing and twitch its tail. And it starts chirping at the buyer, making weird little, almost bird-like noises.
What kind of sounds?
What's that?
What kind of sounds is it making?
Chirping, almost bird-like noises.
Huh. Odd.
Do any of you speak Draconic?
I do.
Okay. As this starts to happen, this little dragon wakes up, Goldie, and excitedly says, "You smell? You smell? I smell. They're like us. They are like us." In Draconic. To which the buyer responds, "Yes, do. They very well may be. At least in a descendant type of way." And then the little dragon starts chirping again. Treat, 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 treat. Are they the ones? Are they the ones that can find it?
I
And
want
again,
to.
the buyer looks at the rest of y'all, and then looks back down at Dune. She says, "Maybe it is possible. Perhaps when they're done doing what they need to do first, do calm down." Okay, go ahead, Goldie.
I want to tweet back. We're standing right here, right?
When you say that, the buyer looks up, eye kind of cocks. Not very surprised, but dude jumps off of her lap and comes backing over to you guys. Almost like a kitten or a puppy. This little green dragon is like scampering back and forth between all of you, kind of sniffing at you.
Kneel down and place my hand down and tweet in Draconic. "Oh, look at you, little fella. Ain't you just a cute little one right there? Look at you. Oh, come here. Come see Goldie the coldest."
And it hops over to you, unafraid and unabashed, and kind of rubs around the base of your feet like a cat does.
What?
before skipping away and checking out everybody else. Very
Yeah.
curious.
Little bit of dragon.
And the buyer says, yes, Dew is a fairy dragon. Very old fairy dragon. I've had her since I first came to this place. Perhaps a little time before. She said, I am one of the founders of Cyrillinia. I've been here since this place has ever existed. My purpose is here. She said, but that's for another time. She says, now let me look at what I have here. And she starts looking all y'all up and down. She goes, Kali Matar. She looks at Daggis. You speak Elvish. She just called you Bright Warrior.
Probably take that as a compliment. And
She says, I have not seen your kind here in many, many age. EisleCross is normally reserved for greedy treasure hunters and people hoping to make a fortune. Not many warriors of light. And then she looks over to Brug and to Crimson. She said, yes, most folks, they're sometimes successful and find items of mundane stature, and every once in a while, something much more unique. And she looks directly at Crimson in the eyes.
Yeah.
I'd wondered if I'd see you again.
Do I get the sense that this person is Aorian?
No, you do not. But you do your senses, your what's it called? The hunting bane?
Hunter's Bane, yeah.
It's pinging like crazy. She is Fae, and you know it. Like, whereas Mike is an Eldarin of Eldarin descent
Yeah.
through many, many years, this person here is Eldarin from the Fae Eldarin.
Yeah. I'll greet her in Sylvan.
She says, yes, Sereg Feradir and Quath Feradir, which means blood hunter in Elvish and shadow hunter in Elvish. And then she looks down at Goldie and says, and she laughs a bit. And Lambe Celebrain, which means tongue of silver.
What's you know?
Do you speak Elvish, Goldie?
I do not believe I do.
Okay, well, you don't know what she just called you.
No, and I'm kind of like, what did you just call Goldie?
Brooke says, tongue of silver.
I try to look at my tongue. Oh, yes, I am now. Yes, I am. Oh, that's what they say, anyways. That I have the gift of gab.
She says, listen, little Lambe Celebrin. You would do well to learn. You may be safe to throw your name around here, but there are places that is unadvised. Isn't that right, Kalimentar? She nods at Dargis. Or
that
you,
is true. That is true.
Serek.
So she calls. Hold on.
I got lost on all the Elven names. I don't know. Who's being talked to who about what?
So, Mike, did you see that new game I posted?
I saw you posted
About that,
it. I
guys?
haven't looked
Okay.
through it yet.
She says, I know time is of the essence, but I may have use of you if you accomplish your mission that you have set here upon. When it is done, please return to me. Elro told me you were quite capable.
I want to pull out my little notepad, get it. Can I ask you for a piece of paper and a pen? I want to write something.
She reaches into her that little book she was writing in before you got here and pulls out a few pieces of parchment and floats them over to you.
Okay. I want to start writing something down, and I will send that to you, Rocky.
Okay. She said so. She looks at Crimson again. She said, I had quite an interesting conversation with good Captain Craghammer. Tell me, is it true you literally dove off a vessel on the sea of ice onto the back of the young sea serpent my good friend Belwar is currently portioning? And now, as almost for the first time, as if light sheds on him, you see this large Goliath over in the backside of the tent, and he's going through the crates that Captain Craghammer dropped off, and you see him pulling out the rolled scales and skin and the different parts of this sea serpent, and then he opens one and starts pulling out these big packs of meat that you guys had harvested off this serpent.
I did. Seemed the best way to tangle with the beast.
You see her smile. She said, yes, you were created that way with good reason. She says, but that is a tale for another time. And then you see the big Goliath come walking over with his arms full of bags of meat. And she looks over and says a word, and this stone chest that's seated there next to her opens up. And he walks over and puts the meat down into the chest, packs it full. She says another word, and the stone lid closes. The chest glows for just a few moments, and then fades to dim. Then she looks at Dagos and says, that was for your church. It will feed the homeless and the children through the winter.
I'm all about saving the children. By God, someone's got to think about the children.
She says, as I knew you probably would.
The kiddos.
She says, Captain Craghammer told me a portion of that beast belongs to you all. And if you don't mind, I would like to handle that in regards personally. So, don't waste any more time. That family is in your need. Be safe on your journey. Beware the thin sheets and the beasts that roam these lands. They're dangerous.
What kind of beast can we expect?
Oh, polar worms, white dragons, yeti, saber-tooth, mammoth, a whole manner. Just know that everything on EisleCross wants to kill you. And she smiles as Crimson says that. He says, yes. Perhaps you haven't forgotten everything. She says, if you make it back, she says, what you're searching for when you get to Saul's Vault, The cure or antidote for the frigid woe will be found in gold vials. It is a white, creamy substance. Hopefully you'll find some. She says as well, if you come across of any more frigid woe, if you dare to return it, I would like to destroy this weapon, for lack of a better word, before others can lay claim to it again.
And how would you go about disposing of it?
Oh, I'll be seeing to that. Don't worry.
Fire. It's a spore, you see. Well, it started as a spore and was cultivated in the labs of Aor. It truly is a biological weapon. You see, in those times, wars were fought differently. Magic abounded, and any advantage one could find was welcome. And with our airships and such, if one were to pepper bomb an area with vials of frigid woe, you could almost guarantee the death of a population, or at least the extortion of one, if you had the cure. Not many have found it, but I believe that your friend Ergon and Orvo did. I believe they found the lab where it was first created. So please, make your haste. More than just the lives of that family on the line here, because there are others who would love to find such a thing. And I guarantee their intention is not as pure as yours.
We best be on our way if we're going to be on the race against the clock to beat any type of competitor that might have ill will of use.
Indeed, Kalamatar. Indeed.
I want to hand her the letter I just finished writing.
Did you send it to me?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, let me look. She starts to read. She chuckles.
Boy, if that ain't some goldy shit.
He says, "Oh, lambe celebrant. If you return, I will discuss anything with you. Might be a hard sell."
Selling is kind of what that does. It sells itself.
She says, "I suppose it may. Good luck to the four of you."
Thank you, and thank you for all your help.
She nods, and about that time, the little dragon that was sniffing up Broog's leg, sniffing that little doll, sneezes and sprinkles him with glitter. Broog just kind of pats it off of him. And it flutters a glittery trail following it back into the buyer's lap. All right.
I guess we should go check back with Orville and see if he secured some sleds.
Ah, yes. All right.
What time of day is it now?
It's the evening.
Okay.
It's nighttime. Y'all arrived at night.
Okay. Well, we probably should head out in the morning.
Okay, yeah, you guys leave out and you find Orvo. And he did manage to find a couple of sellers. 2 sleds and 4 dogs is what y'all estimated?
Yeah.
All right. And y'all pony up the coin. Let's see. That's the sleds.
30 per dog.
Yeah. I need to find out what the sleds cost. Hold on.
Can we get 6 dogs total? 3 per sled?
Hold on. I'm looking at sled cost. But oh, here.
Yeah, as I say, the sleds are probably super expensive.
It says here there's $300 or 300 gold pieces for a sled.
Yeah.
We
That's
might
kind of a
give
bit
every
wipe
bit
us
of money
out.
we got. Even for used ones, that's like a brand new sled. We're getting used sleds.
Yeah, they depreciate about 30% just going off the
Oh,
snow
right.
plateau.
Exactly.
Okay. Warmo tells you that it's going to cost. I already reduced the prices on the dogs. That's 60. That's 120. And 600. It's going to be 720 gold for 2 sleds and 4 dogs.
Well, it's a good thing 14 platinum, 100 gold apiece is 720 gold exactly.
Brug nudges Dagas. He says, Aor dagger.
Bay or dagger?
Aor dagger. From Irwin's place.
Mm,
We found at Irwin's place?
yeah. So I present the dagger that we found there. Let's see if we can make a trade.
When Orvo sees that dagger, he goes, ho, ho, ho. I remember that piece. I wanted it. I said, Ergon won the die roll, though. He said, okay, tell you what. Give me 400 gold and that dagger, and all this is yours.
Throw 2 extra dogs in.
Roll a persuasion check, Goldie.
Not a problem.
Ah.
16 plus fucking 6, 16, 22.
He says, yeah, what if there were 2 available?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Bullshit.
So,
yeah,
That being the case, I hand over the 400 gold pieces of the dagger.
Okay,
and start loading up the sleds.
That means each of us, what is... Goldie ain't got no money, so Goldie, you in everybody's pocket now.
Hey, I'm Goldie, baby. I'm good for it.
How much money is that from each of us? Come on.
That's too funny.
That'd be 400 divided by 3. So, however you want to do it, take 130 platinum off of your, or 130 gold piece value off of your total values that we all have. I just read them to you.
Uh-huh.
So minus 130 gold. And Goldie owes us each 30 gold pieces, his share. All right, so you guys, Orvo kind of goes over how to handle the dogs with everybody, you know, basic commands, the mush, the hold. He shows you the brake on the back of the sled where you just pull this lever and this hook kind of digs into the ice and snow behind you. Tells you that's how you slow slow the dogs down when they're in a full gamut. You want to come to a nice stop and pull that brake and tell them to heel up. Like these dogs have been trained, they listen, they mind well. Got to feed them, keep them watered. So if they get tired, they'll let you know. And once they need a rest, so these dogs here can probably run about 2 or 3 hours straight before they'll need to rest for an hour. Just keep that in mind. Now it might seem like it's a long time resting up for an hour, but you got to think the 3 hours they're running is twice what you'd be moving on foot. And you'd be resting a lot longer. So it's a fair deal. He says, I'm going to make a bit of coin off of this dagger here. I've got a collector in Port Denali that's been looking just for such things. Yeah, I need to go talk to the buyer, have her send it over. Best of luck to you, boys. Make her gone proud.
I called shotgun with Crimson.
Nobody else is gonna get on my sled.
Goldie might be able to,
Yeah, Goldie weighs like 40 pounds.
if that.
So each dog can carry up to
About 300 pounds.
300 pounds. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So 2 dogs can pull 600 pounds.
Mhm.
The sleds, they said in the book 300, but that's like metal, wood, and all that. These are made out of light bone and leather, sinew. So they're about half the weight of a normal sled. So that sled is about 150 pounds. Brug only weighs 200 pounds. How much does Dagus weigh?
Oh, like 135 pounds, maybe.
Okay, so 2 dogs can pull Brug and Dagus with ease. 2 dogs will pull Goldie and Crimson. That's their max pull. But they can do it.
Well, can the sled fit 3? Because I can ride with them 2 and kind of even
I mean,
that.
Goldie, you're little enough that, I mean, you're like no bigger than a backpack.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna ride with the other 2. Body warmth.
Yeah, you guys will probably figure that out. Basically, one will sit in the sled or 2, and then one will stand on the back. You know what I'm saying? Crimson will be standing on the back of his sled.
I'm riding.
The driver's stand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going on an Iditarod.
All righty.
Oh, y'all didn't
So
think I
give
knew
me-
that part, huh?
Let me see here, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might get through 2 of these, maybe. All right, so y'all want to leave out in the morning?
Yep.
Oh, another thing Orvo gives you is a map of Foreign. The map, he's like, the same map him and Ergon took. It's even marked out. He's like, you follow this here, it'll take you straight to Saul's vault. Like I said, you'll know you're close when you hit the thin sheets. It's about 20 miles into the sheets. So near the center. So he gives you a map and y'all make the deal with the sleds and I guess return to your yurt for the evening to rest down.
That sounds good.
See when y'all want to start traveling out. And let's see, with the dogs, what did we figure? It would take, 7 to 8 days, depending on weather and everything else?
Yeah, well, you said double what you could walk 12 and a half in a day traveling. Double that, 24 to 25. 200 miles, that's going to be 8 days.
8 days at full pace.
At full pace, no hindrance, no.
That's right. Let me write this up here. 8 days full. So there and back with no hindrance and no delay. We're going to just say it's there and back. You're looking at about 20 days.
A month.
Yep.
Roughly, yeah.
Y'all know y'all got anywhere from 30 to 60 if you can find this cure to get back.
We got 50 days worth of rations, though.
Well, y'all also got to feed your dogs too.
Well, that's right. We got 50 days worth. I'm Goldie. I don't eat a whole lot.
I don't eat at all, so.
You know what? This crew just seems more and more perfect for this adventure every time I turn around. All right. So, what the hell did I do with it? I put my paper down that I need to run this fucking adventure.
Do I got time to go fill my coffee?
Yes. Everybody take 5.
Hey, how you like that letter, Rock?
I loved it. It was a Goldie thing to do.
That's so Goldie.
How you like her pet name for you?
The silver tongue? I didn't know what it was.
Y'all didn't notice. She gave everybody a name that's not their name.
Yeah, I was a little offended at first because I
Yeah,
didn't know what it
the Fae tend to like to do that.
She's got her reasons. She has got her reasons.
Yeah, as soon as they started describing her as old as this place, I was like,
Right? You're like, there's something here.
Yeah.
That, and she made reference to you a few times. And kind of, go ahead and give me an insight check, Crimson, while you're at the table.
$23.
You left that tent with a feeling of even though you don't remember her, she knows you. Or knows about you. Or knows more about you than you know. Or that you can remember.
Yeah.
But like you said, that's a tale for another time. Bless you, kid. All right. Let me puff down this half of smoke I got out here. Because now we get into the portion of the story that says, refer to EisleCross Adventures in Chapter 3 for this journey here that they so lovingly put together for what was supposed to be a party of 5 level 2 characters.
Yeah.
And when I read it, I was like, damn, Mercer, TPK all day, huh? But that's your adventures for low level?
But you're
That's your
dealing,
encounter table?
you're dealing with 3, 4, including yourself, experienced players. This campaign,
Oh, yeah. I'm not.
This campaign is made for like beginners, maybe. I think.
I am not worried. It
No,
is.
The campaign
It
is
is.
not made for beginners.
Is it not
No.
like a runoff of like fucking Lost Mines of Fandelver? The
Hell no.
fires? Is it not?
No.
No, the actual, like, when you,
Oh,
how's the best way I can describe this? When you get to where you're going, you guys should pretty much cakewalk through it. It's not that difficult.
It's the get.
It's the getting there. Thank you very much, JD.
oh, Jesus!
Getting
We're gonna have
there.
another fucking ice bridge episode.
Dude, I'm telling you, a lot of them. Not just one, a few.
There's
Because
multiple ice bridge episodes.
I get this little chart, bro, that gave me EisleCross encounters. And chart A is levels 1 through 4. Chart B is like 5 through 6, mid level. There's all the way up to level 20 stuff that could happen here in this region.
Yeah.
And I'm reading the 1 through 4s, and I'm thinking in my head as you guys are starting the sea voyage, I was like, if I can't get them to level 3 before they get to EisleCross, they're fucking toast.
Yeah.
I don't care how
See, what
experienced
you gotta
you are.
understand is Mercer writes in a way that lets your group go and do whatever they're gonna do, and there are consequences for walking in Exandria.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he really does. He puts encounters out there that I'm like, that's gonna be damn near impossible. But then I'm looking at it, and once you guys hit level 3, honestly, and you came back in game, and there was actually 4 of us here and not 3 of us, then I was like, okay, this is all doable now. It's doable. So it should be fun.
Like campaign 3, they're level 15 fighting a god eater.
I mean, that ain't.
I mean, dude, at level 15, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Look at what Kai and Raycon and fucking Honcho and all them could do at 14.
Oh, I
We were
know. I'm just
badasses.
saying.
So it makes sense.
Exandria is an unforgiving world.
Oh yeah, you get unalive real fast in fucking Exandria. There ain't no bullshit there. Like one of the things that they put on there for low level encounters is you find a white dragon egg.
So this is
I
like
was
this is Wild Mount based in Wild Mount, right?
Yeah, we're in Wildmount.
Okay, that's what. Okay, Exandria is in Wild Mount.
Exandria is the world
Exandria is
Wildmount exists on.
Exandria is the whole planet, basically.
Oh,
Tal'Dorei is a continent. Wildmount is a continent, and Marquette is a continent.
I know Teldore. That's the one where from the cartoon.
Yeah, that's where Vox
The
Machina is hanging out.
yeah, the cartoon. That was
Yep.
the capital city where the king or whatever lived.
No, that was Emon, which is on Teldore.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Fellas, do me a favor. One of y'all roll me percentile dice.
Oh, I got them.
Okay.
There's one. There's one. Damn, D20. That's not fucking percentile. Oh, that is 55.
55. That will be a nighttime. Okay. Thank you. And now roll me a d4.
1.
1. Okay. Okay, cool. Y'all ain't starting out too shabbles. All right. The next morning comes around, and you see a lot of the expeditions are all kind of heading off, and you guys head off together rather uneventfully. You know, you're kind of staying in a group. Your dog sleds are rolling out until you travel quite a bit of time, and the map that you're following begins to lead you north away from which way the rest of the different adventuring parties are going. So y'all wave goodbye. I'm going to go ahead and Crimson, give me an animal handling check. See how well you're piloting your dogs.
$17.
You actually have pretty good command of your sled. Brug is struggling at first. He actually slipped and fell off the back of the sled once. That's better. Okay. He casts Speak with Animals and starts barking at the dogs as they're pulling away from him as he's laying in the snow. And they slow down and circle back to him. He embarrassingly gets back up on the driver's stand and looks at Dagas and Goldie kind of. He would be red-faced if he wasn't so furry. And y'all start mushing off, and y'all travel through the first day pretty much unhindered. There's no snow. It's sunny. It's cold in the motherfucker. You know, you're glad you got your furs. But as you're running across this in the high noon of the day, you can see the steam coming off the backs of your dogs, man, just from the heat that they're pushing out as they're carrying you across these snow drifts and across this plainy tundra area. So y'all rest your dogs like you were told and ration them the way you're supposed to. And eventually the sun starts to set and the winds start to pick up and it starts to snow heavily.
We should probably pitch camp right here.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because I figured out one thing. I should probably change my name because I'm not the coldest.
Oh, you most certainly are now. Okay, so when y'all pull up to camp, and or when you pull up and you pull your sleds up to a halt, Brooke steps off the back and kind of kneels down and starts chanting and mumbling. And I'm going to cast Wild Cunning. And suddenly through the snow, you see these swirls, almost like little mini tornadoes swirling around you guys. And they start lifting stuff off of the dog sleds and unrolling tents. And suddenly there's 4 little tents popped up and a little fire ring on the ground as these spirits set up your camp for you.
Oh, well, that's a hell of a trick.
Melora, good.
Well, that will come in
Well, I got
handy.
to meet with Laura.
So do y'all want to start a fire right here? Or, I mean, it's getting cold.
Yeah, let's
Hell
start.
yeah, it's got a fire. It's cold as shit. Gold
make
is
up a fire
cold,
that we
baby,
can
but you
make
don't want
without
to be frozen.
endangering the tents.
Oh, yeah, the way the camp is set up, it's set up little tents around the fire just like it would be if y'all set up your camp. Maybe better. I don't know. The spirits of nature can do some pretty amazing things.
Probably perfect.
So Brug, while the spirits are setting up the camp, he's rationing out the dogs and feeding them and watering them, and y'all can sit down around this fire. Oh yeah, once the camp is set up, the fire lights.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, it's a cool little spell I stumbled upon, and I was like, I'll take that spell. That makes sense
Yeah.
story-wise.
Gold is the coldest, but he don't want to be the frozen one.
So I suppose y'all probably want to rest down after a day of riding. How do y'all want to work? Guards or what? All right.
Gold is first.
Let's see. That would be a D12 to see where that hits. Let me roll this real quick. So Goldie takes first watch. So for 8 hours or 4 y'all, it's 2 hours per watch.
Well, does Crimson have to sleep?
He has to rest.
I have a rest mode, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, you don't eat or breathe or anything like that, so I didn't know if you had to sleep.
Okay,
I
so
didn't know if that was a robot thing or whatever.
who wants to take second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Okay.
I only need 4 hours of sleep. So.
And who takes third? Crimson or Brood?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. You have third watch then.
Okay.
Brood will take last because it's the darkest in the night.
Oh yeah, I guess that's the other part of it. So I don't have dark vision, so
That is kind of a factor there, buddy.
yeah.
I haven't forgot. Just don't know if you have. All right, so y'all are bedding down, and Goldie, your first few hours of the night go by pretty uneventful. You get up and kind of walk the perimeter of the camp, looking out, and you don't really see anything. And you're chilled to the bone. You're ready to get in your tent and get your rest in for sure. And you wake Dagas up. Dagas, same for you. Your portion of the watch goes by pretty uneventful. And then you get to Crimson. Crimson, during your watch, let me roll this. Hold on, maybe you don't. Okay, and they're
Well, I'll join
10. Okay.
Dagus on his last part of his watch, since I only need 4 hours.
You'll join yourself, really?
What's that?
I said you'll join yourself, really?
Well, I'm joining you.
No, you said Dagas. You
No,
said
you
I'll
said
join
Dagas.
Dagas. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Crimson. I'm always with myself.
Always. Want me to love me.
All right, the snow is slowed, and now Crimson and Dagas are both awake and getting watch. I need perception checks out of both of you.
Okay. Sorry, 19.
All right, Crimson, as you're sitting there near the fire, Dagas is also up. Dagas, what'd you roll?
15.
That is not good. Okay. Crimson, you feel like you hear something, like a twig or something crunch in the distance behind you. But as you get up and turn and look out into the darkness away from the fire, you don't see anything.
I point my lantern that direction.
You say Mas Ilu, and the bright cone streaks out 120 feet. And about 50 feet away from you, you see the gleam of eyes in the darkness. I need 2 saber-toothed tigers, por favor.
Oh, shit.
How old are these saber-toothed tigers?
Hell, I don't know. What kind of question is that?
Well, they
They're
seem to be a little bit long in tooth.
Oh my head.
Come on, Rock.
How'd I walk into that?
Oh, blind apparently.
How the hell did that even happen to me? Golly.
You know the one was coming, bro. We had one.
Dude, I know one was coming. I got. Mike, I rolled for this, and I don't think this is vengeance.
Too funny.
All right, Crimson, you look up, and as you shine this beam of light, and you see these eyes reflect at you, it lets out a roar, and starts to charge you. Roll initiative, everybody.
All right.
Holy shit. I can't believe I just rolled it.
Cow.
17.
Wow. Hold on, Crimson is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I just rolled both their initiatives at once and got 21 and 21 for both of them.
Good Lord.
Goldie's asleep, baby. I got a 13.
What did you roll, Mike?
Just to put it in perspective, I've got advantage on initiative and a +4,
Yeah.
and my roll is a 6.
Oh, Douglas, no.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow is right. Let's see.
Large.
20 foot. So Sabertooth 1, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he's there. 5, 10, 15, 20. This thing is, come on, Matt, for playing with me. Charges up on you, Crimson, and attacks. Okay. You see it barreling at you, and it rears up and swipes this huge claw. You manage to get your glaive up and deflect it. 20, the second one. Mike, you turn just in time to get your shield up to block. As the claw rakes across your shield, and the force of it is just intensely strong. It is Crimson's turn.
All right, let's play. As I draw my glaive across my leg, I do 4 points of damage to myself. And nat 20 on the hit.
Wow.
You nat 20 on cutting your leg.
No, I nat 20 on hitting the tiger.
You never gave me the damage from your cutting yourself, bro.
4 points.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. So let's see. 1d10 plus 1 is plus 4. Oh, there we go. Nice. So 10 plus 1. It's 15. It's 13. 28 points of damage.
20?
8.
Holy moly. Yeah, you just cut the piss out of this tiger.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Douglas, it's your turn.
It's my turn. I rolled a 6.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't jump
Everybody
ahead
else
of
is
anybody.
asleep, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, and after your turn, I'll make perception checks to see if anybody heard anything.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try this then. Okay. I'm going to channel my divinity. As my bonus action, I'm going to present my holy symbol and cry out an invocation to my deity's might. And every hostile creature within 30 feet of me needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On a failure, any attack made against anything other than me is at disadvantage.
Okay. What's your spell save DC?
Spell save DC 12.
All right. The one attacking Crimson saves. Rolled a 17. Aha. The one attacking you rolled a 12. 11 plus 1.
Okay.
And that is your bonus action.
Okay. As my action, I will engage the one right in front of me with a sword attack.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
For 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I will stay put.
Goldie, why are you sleeping? The dog has started barking aggressively. Rah, 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 rah. You think you hear Dagus's voice calling out some sort of spiritual prayer to his deity. Go ahead and roll me a perception to see if you hear this and wake up.
A 16, 15 plus 1.
All right. You do. You hear this commotion and you wake up.
Damn, what's all the damn noise going on out here?
Okay, then you are in the. Go ahead now. Now roll me an initiative roll.
Okay.
We'll see where I stick you into this.
That's a nat 20 plus 2.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, hell, it might be your turn. Hold on, let me see what Brug rolls for his perception check. 4. Oh, yeah. Brug hears it too, and he wakes up, and his initiative is 16 plus 7 is what, 23?
23, yep.
And it is Brug's turn. He hears all this commotion and comes flying out of his tent. And I'll go. Yeah, you just whack. I'm going to go help Goldie. Or Dagus.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. And here comes 2 attacks on the Sabretooth fighting Dagus. Oh, natty 1.
Shit.
About to fire these fucking dice. Hold on. Okay, I passed my deck save. I just kind of step into a deep snowbank and kind of sink down and forfeit my other attack getting back up. That's it for Brug. Goldie, it's your turn.
Oh, you rascally pieces of flea-bitten fur rat monkey pieces of crap invading my beauty sleep.
Oh, my.
Hell no. He's pissed off right now. You see this one right here? Attacking my friend Crimson? I'm going to say that his flea-infested hide will be covering my exquisite little body. I'm going to use his head like a pillow. And I'm going Vicious Mockery.
Okay. What's your spell DC?
14.
All right, he rolled 17. You don't know what the hell you're saying, bro.
Vicious Mockery. That son of a bitch.
Anything else?
That was my action.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. You're a bard. You have bonus actions.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna look over at Crimson and tell him, "Oh, Goldie's got your back. I may be a little farther back than you like, but I still got your back. You can do it, my big friend." And I give him Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
Is that D6 at this level?
Yep. Okay, that was Goldie's turn. Any more movement, Goldie?
Yeah, I'm going back over by the dogs.
Okay.
Shit.
Tiger 1 is attacking Crimson. First attack is 15. His claw doesn't do it.
Yes.
He's trying to bite you. And his bite doesn't do it either. You've managed to keep him at bay with that glaive of yours. Bling, bling. Tiger 2, which is trying to eat Dagas. A 5 claw isn't going to do it. Neither is a 3. That's Tiger 2's turn. Crimson, it's your turn.
All right, here we go. Another nat 20.
Oh, wow.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
So D10 plus 11 plus 4, 15, 16 plus 8. Another 24 damage.
So as this tiger rears back, he swipes at you, and you block it off with your glaive, and he snaps at you with his huge fangs, and it takes almost like a step back, and then it lunges with its mouth wide open, and you just bring your glaive tip around and skewer it right inside of its mouth, your glaive point sticking out the back of its head as it shudders and falls to the side.
I want his head.
Electricity just shooting through its body.
Yeah, you fucked him up. 28 on the first blow, and he had 24 left, and that did it.
Nice.
Dagas, it's your turn.
5, 10, 15,
Okay.
20,
I will
25.
scoot up to here and take a swipe out of the using a longsword. Here we go. Nat 20.
Oh, my boy.
Golly. Here it is. Here it comes. Let's see if Michael remembers his basic rules to paladins.
Well, I mean, it's going to be 8 plus 3.
Nope, you don't remember your basic rule of being a paladin. Goodness gracious.
It's okay. He's learning.
No, lay it on me. I've played paladins a lot. I don't recall a nat 20 being a special.
Always on a crit.
Always apply divine smite on a crit.
Oh, okay. Well, then
You
that's what I'll
understand
do.
that instantly turns into 3d8 plus 3 automatically, and then you roll 3d8 plus 3. Or you roll 3d8 with our crit rule.
Yeah, it's like 1d8. Well, it's 8 plus 3 plus.
That's your hit.
Yeah, 2
And then
d8.
two more d8 from the divine smite.
Yeah.
So that's 27 off the muscle. And then you roll 3d8.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Now you see why that's it's like the auto roll for a crit?
Yeah, let me mark that off. And,
So 27.
Mm-hmm.
And then go ahead and roll the other ones.
That's just using a level 1 smite.
Yeah, bro. Like that. Yeah, you roll a nat 20 with a paladin, you apply crit or smite.
Okay. All right, that's 11 points additional. So it's 27 plus 11, so that's 38.
Ooh.
So wrong food source.
Dagus fends this claw off, and the creature goes to bite him, and with a sweeping slash and a blinding flash, his sword cuts through the creature's jaw and cleaves one of its saber teeth off and flying into the snow. It rears back with blood spraying out of its mouth and jaw hanging limp, but it's still on its feet. Barely.
Okay. Well, stay put.
All right, Brugge is going to try to stab it, and he's going to miss the first one. And he'll hit the second one barely. I might need new die, man. This is not working out for me. And then I roll a 1. Golly. So that's 5 damage. I barely poke him in the side. I'm going to have to just get a whole new set of die for Brugge together, I think. This ain't working out. Yeah, I am rolling like shit today. Okay. It's still on its feet. And Goldie, it's your turn.
I'm going to take 30 feet, get up here. I'll be right here. And am I anywhere close to where I think that tooth would have landed?
Not from where you're at.
All right, I want to shoot firebolt at the tiger. So plus 7, 26.
Yeah.
All right, D10.
Roll it.
That's a 9. 9 points of fire damage.
And as their firebolt streaks in, it sears the other half of his mangled face, and it staggers back and falls into the snow dead. Mike, your one shot knocked it down to 7 hit points.
Wow.
If I would have rolled worth a damn, I'd have killed it. But and with that, you guys are out of combat.
I come down here in front of these guys and say, cut their heads off and stick them on pikes and let everything else know that we mean business around here. You gotta be the alpha sometimes and let these bitches know who the boss is.
I'm not gonna do that, but I did get a 21 survival to carve it out and meat.
Skin it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brugge will also take your yeah, Brugge looks at Goldie and says, no disrespect. Beast just being beast. But he'll go over there and start cleaning the other one. And that's what's up with the 24 survival. So yeah, we're able to skin these beasts rather quickly and efficiently. And Goldie, as you start walking around, you see that little imprint in the snow of where it looks like its fang would have been landed. And you find the perfectly clean, cauterized saber-tooth fang that Dagas chopped off when he hit that trip.
Hold it in my little hand and turn around and look at Dagas and say, do you mind if I keep this as a little piece of remembrance?
I go right ahead.
Oh, well, thank you kindly, sir. Matter of fact, can I get just a small lock of your golden fleece to tie around it? You know,
you must preserve the truth.
That's right, because I'm going to tell everybody about the mighty slaying of the giant cats in the frozen Arctic by the warriors.
In this case, it would be preserving the tooth.
Ah, indeed it would. Indeed it would. So do you give me a lock of your hair?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I tie it around it and I start sniffing it.
Smells like herbal essence.
As I walk away. And put it in my pouch. Sealed up nice and neat, wrapped up, put it in my pouch. Go back.
It smells like elderberry.
All right. Let me see what time it is.
I got a hard stop at in about 55 minutes.
Okay, we've got time for one more then.
Okay.
Okay, the next morning comes around and Brooke says a word, and the spirits start swirling around and packing up y'all's camp. Once the last little bit gets loaded up onto the wagons, the big sleds, the fire goes out. And y'all are ready to travel again. So let's get to the daytime map. Crimson's back up to 38. Y'all finished your rest. No, you had already rested. Crimson, do you want to expend a hit die or anything?
No, I'm good.
You're good at 34? Okay.
Yeah.
So
As
you
we're
guys,
traveling though, as we're traveling, nah, never mind. Go ahead.
what's up, man?
Oh, no, I was gonna do some role play, but we ain't got time.
Sure you do. There's always time for role play.
Well, because I'm sitting in front of Daggis, and I got that lock of hair, and seeing how he is such a well-kept, nice-looking man, maybe there's a business proposition later on down the line.
Oh my God.
All right. As long as we can arrange it that all proceeds are diverted to the orphanage.
Oh, he gonna work for the
Hey,
cheap bill. Do you hear it?
We can give your money to whoever you want to, as long as Goldie gets his money, baby. Just know that Goldie's gonna take care of you all day, every day.
All right.
My word is my bond.
Okay. We got it. That's fucking horrible, but yeah. Where are we at? All right. So, y'all travel through the day, and it's getting about to the point where you made some good mileage. The clouds have blown in. It's getting cold, gray, and dreary. And you get into this semi-rocky region where the travel's a little slower than normal, but you can see the dogs are about ready for a rest. So y'all pull up and you're all chilling here. And hold on, let me see. That is a D12, not a D20. Ooh, okay. And their plus to that is... Okay, it is what it is. All right. As y'all are resting up the dogs and kind of off the sled, make perception checks.
19.
16 for Goldie.
Nat 20 for 22.
My boy.
19 for me as well. All right, I guess this thing doesn't make any kind of a attempt at not alerting you. As y'all are sitting there feeding up the dogs, you start to feel a tremble under the ground near you. When suddenly, will burst up right in front of your dogs is a young Ramoraz.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Huh,
Is that like
not
a
good.
Jason Mraz?
Who?
He's a singer. Jason Mraz.
Oh, that guy. Probably not as good looking, I would think.
Heard. Oh shit.
Should be 15 feet, yeah, I think.
Well, that's not even cool. Like a dragon centipede.
Yeah, that was one of those things when I read on the encounter sheet, I said, you fucked up for this one, dude. It was, I even read a thread on it on Reddit. Like, why would you do this to a group of second level players?
Mm-hmm.
That's a dragapede.
As this creature burst up through the ground, you see it's got these large wing-like structures coming off of its back. And as they're vibrating in the air, you can almost see the heat waves emanating off of it as it charges y'all's position. It appears to be after the dogs. Roll initiative.
Someone's got to think about the dogs.
17 to 19.
All right.
$16.
All right.
19.
Who's got a higher dex?
I got a +2 to mine.
What's your score? 14? 13? 14?
Damn,
How about you, Crimson?
14.
All right, both of y'all roll off.
Straight roll.
Yeah, straight roll.
I got a 5.
13.
All right. Okay. And Brew goes last. But actually, the Ramirez goes last. He rolled a 2. And I rolled a 12. Crimson, you're first.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to transform. Again, on this thing. And
There's pizza here.
take
What's your dinner?
plus 4. Oh, that's 7. Okay, so 15.
Did you just move within? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Andy.
Does a 15 hit it?
Why so late?
Yes, 15 does hit it.
Okay.
What?
Why are you playing so late?
Because in order for John to play, we changed our start time to 4 instead of noon.
I do 8 points of slashing damage.
I'm taking Bella too, please.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
Can I take her out the front?
What's that?
Can I take her out the front?
Yeah, just keep an eye on her. She likes to run away. 8 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
All right, and you take. Holy shit. I'm sorry, bro. You just took 12 fire damage.
Jesus.
When you
Okay.
slash this creature. I max damage that roll. Holy smoke. Any other movement? Yeah, you rake it, you slash it open, and when you do, this just scorching heat emanates off its body and like singes the fur on your arms and burns your hand badly.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15.
Bless you, sir.
20, 25, 30. Yeah.
Oh, you ran back from it?
Oh, yeah. You watch me run up there and...
It tries to snap down at you just out of on its bite. Just misses you. Yeah, your armor class is 18. Oh, it's 19 right now, right?
Yeah,
Okay, well, it missed you by a few then, but still.
yeah.
All right.
As
Yeah,
I
you felt
win
all of
says,
that.
I get this heat blast and just turn and fucking run. I'm just like, nope.
All right, Goldie.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers, and I'm gonna the melody that's gonna be in his head ring. Nobody likes you, everybody hates you. Now go on to the garden, eat worms.
And that's a wisdom.
14 wisdom save.
Okay. Cool. No bonuses, no negatives. What do you roll? 14.
Oh, then it takes roll 5, 4.
Doesn't take anything.
Yeah, it takes half damage.
Oh, half the psychic?
Yep.
Okay, what damage did it take?
13 total, so I had 13 max. So however you have that.
Okay, he'll take 7 of that.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
And then as my movement, I'm going to go back over here.
All right.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to I'm done.
Okay. Davis?
Okay.
Oh no, can I go real quick? As a bonus action, I want to do my Fury Cry.
Ah,
So everybody has advantage on attack roll until the beginning of or until the end of my next turn.
all right. You give it to. It's within 30 feet. Yeah, it hears you. Okay. Everyone has advantage on their attacks until Goldie's next turn.
The end of my next, yeah, till mine. I get
Yeah.
2.
Davis.
Okay, let's try this again. I'll use up my last channel divinity.
Don't you have 2 a day at this? No, you only get 1 a day at this level?
2. Isn't it based on
Actually, you're only 3rd level. You won't get 2 until 5th. Right?
You're on there?
let
Yeah.
me take a look.
Honey, we've only been playing for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm on here still. I know what time it is. I told you we started at 4. We've been over this. Told you all about the time change and everything that came with it. So,
Okay. So, anyways, huh. To answer your question about how many times I can use divine channeling,
your channel divinity, yep.
channel divinity. I'm sorry, channel divinity. It's right here after. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Your oath allows you to channel divinity. Each channel divinity provides to my time use. We use channel divinity.
Well, I made a mistake. Pizza. I made a mistake. What? I turned the camera to a half. So I can just know the answer first. Yeah. Well, that's not. That's not. I'm not sure all the time. So I thought I'm getting that. So I think once I do it, I can down. I can take the rest.
I think I get 2 a day, but I have to take a short rest to regain it.
Because the law has
Because
created.
how it reads is when you use your channel divinity, you choose the option to use, then you finish a short or long rest to be able to use your channel divinity again. So I haven't done that. So
Well, I mean, you've been riding on a sled, so I would count that as being able to do a short rest. So go ahead and use your channel divinity. What's the save on that, please?
It's a DC 12.
And he rolls a 9.
Okay. So unless he's
Yeah.
attacking me, he'll be attacking at disadvantage.
Okay. Is that your action?
That's my bonus action.
That's your bonus action. Okay.
Yep.
I believe channeling divinity is an action. Or is that particular one a bonus action?
Yeah, this one's a particular bonus action. It's called a. Let me just. There you go. Up with the light.
Most of the time, channeling your divinity takes an action.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's called the Torchbearer as a bonus action.
As a bonus action. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that's my bonus action, and that's channel divinity. So now, as my action,
Yeah.
run over 1, 2, 3. We'll just call it 20 feet. I'll lay hands on Crimson for
Okay.
12 points.
All right. He's almost back up to full. Nice.
And then I will run another 10 feet up. Well, would this be considered harsh terrain?
No, it's fine.
I'll go right to here then. So like 10 feet up, take a little, and that's me. That's my movement, my action, my bonus action. No double barrel bonus action. So.
All right. Bruce's going to hop off the back of the sled. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Run all the way down here to the edge of the dungeon map. And with advantage, my bonus action, I'm casting Hunter's Mark on the beast. And then I'll get 1 normal attack from my bow, and then my Dread Ambusher attack from my bow. So, here's the first one. And I'll take a 19 for the first hit. So that's 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 2d6 because it hasn't acted. Get my surprise attack as well. Now I'm rolling with gas. 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. So 10, 15, 21 plus 4. It's 25. So that takes him down to that 25. And my second bow attack with advantage. And this one gets the bonus D8 because it's my Dread Ambush attack. I'll take a 17. That hits as well, so 1d6 and then 2d8. Where's 1d8? Where's my green d8? 2d8. All right. And this one does 6 plus 8 plus 3. 9 plus 8 is 17. Plus 4 is 21. 21 more.
Wow. How much total?
45.
Good Lord.
So Brooke sends 2 arrows screaming into this thing. One hits it right in its gullet. The other one pops it in the eye. It rears up, and it is mad. Now, it can go any which direction. Roll me a D6. Oh, hell, it could even charge through. Go ahead and roll me a D4, I mean. Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody.
Okay. I thought someone else was doing it.
Anybody.
1.
1. All right, this thing roars, and it felt the trembles of you running up this rocky surface, and here it comes. 5, 10, 15, 20, right in between you two. But Daggis, it's attacking you. How many attacks does this thing get? 1 for 1. Okay. Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh is right.
You did, son of a bitch.
And it comes slamming down on it, like even with an eye missing, it knew exactly where you were at. And you take 1, 2, 3, So 3 plus 6 plus 8 is 17 plus 4. That's 21. And then
No, that's on top
4
of.
fire damage. 26. The entire attack, 21 piercing and 4 fire damage
It
is
critted, didn't it?
25. Oh, shit. Daggers is down.
Yeah. I'm like,
That was just a roll. Yeah. Good thing it's not a full grown remorse. It didn't swallow you whole. But just as you're running up that cliff, it just bears down and crunches you, man. You are zeroed out at the moment. Crimson, it's your turn.
yeah, I'm gonna back the fuck off.
All right. It rears and bites at you, and a 17 does not hit you. So it knocks Daggers down, thrashes him, drops him into the snow. You start to run, it snaps back at you and misses.
Alright, I'm gonna pull my crossbow, and as I do, somehow I manage to nick myself for 3 points of damage.
As you're loading the bolt, you just run your palm across it.
Yeah.
Okay, for 3 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
All right.
11 plus 4 is a 15 gonna hit?
Yes, 15 does hit.
Okay. No, shit. 6. For 6 piercing and 4 lightning damage.
So 10 total.
Yep.
You know you got advantage, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and
Okay.
an 11. And that's my turn.
All right, Goldie, it's your turn.
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hide behind that little bush. And I'm going to cast Shatter right here where it only, well, like right here where it only hits the monster here.
Okay, that's Constitution, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right, your DC's 14.
Yep.
All right. He caught it, man. Roll damage.
All right. It is. I can't fucking see. I'm blind as fuck.
Oh, Rocky, I forgot to mention that if he's not attacking me, it was at disadvantage for any other person that the creature attacks.
I knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. I rolled like a 12 plus 6 would have actually. I don't think it would have hit Crimson anyway, but the 9 missed. So yeah, he's at disadvantage, and everybody was at advantage until now.
Oh, 6, 5, and 8. 19 points of thunder damage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you just blew a hunk off of its back. One of those heat-generating wings is just blown to pieces, and it roars again. This thing's in horrible shape. Anything else, Mr. Goldie?
I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Brug and tell him, let's cut him up and make him fish food. Big
All right.
dude, Brug. Go.
Donis, it is your turn. Give me a death saving throw, please.
Me?
Yeah.
How did I go to 0?
You got hit for about
Critted.
let's see, 30 plus 12 is 42, and then he rolled 34. He hit you for like 70 something points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you got critted, bro. I didn't know that you missed that part.
I thought it was Crimson that got hit.
No, brother, that was you.
All right.
It's okay, but first death saving
I
throw,
rolled
please.
an 18.
All right, 1 win. Good job. All right, Brute hears that. That gives me a +6 to my attack roll if I need it. And I'll take it. Where's my D6? Okay, that's better. So that's a 16 that hits.
Ooh, barely. Look at that. That bardic inspiration is clutch.
It did the damn deal too. 5 + 4 is 9. And Brooke sends another arrow into its remaining eye, falling the beast. And then I'm going to use my movement to come running back over here to heal Dagas. He's dead.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I thought he had done that damage to Crimson.
No, you roll. I remember I said roll a d4. You rolled a 1. And if you go left to right across the screen, it went 1, then Crimson, then Brooke, then Goldie. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I don't know how I missed that.
But if you have healing magic, which Brooke does, I'm going to hit you with a cure wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit you with a cure wounds at 1st level.
So you get 13 from me.
What is that, a D8?
D8, sir. Plus your spell casting mod.
You get 9 from me.
Okay, so 13 plus 9.
Yeah, you're back up to 22.
Okay.
And that is all the battle we'll have for today, gentlemen. I know Mike's stop is probably coming up pretty quick here. Yeah, about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
6:30. I feel that's fair. Let me get this real quick. That's 1,800 and 900. That's 200. So, all right. Everybody gets 675 experience points today. And we'll pick up right as this beast has fallen to the ground next session.
Okay.
Because there's, I don't know if y'all want to tinker with it. I know Crimson has alchemy. So I'm going to see if he even knows certain components of this creature well sought after by alchemists.
We still got like 15 minutes. Can we do that now?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
What was the experience total? Sorry.
675.
What does that put us at? 1740, 675.
2415.
We're inching.
2405.
2415.
2415.
What is next level? 27?
Next level is at 2,700. So
Yep.
we are just shy of 300.
Inching on up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Crimson, give me a history check. Or actually, that would be nature. Give me a nature check.
$17.
That's enough. You know that the heart of this creature is coveted by alchemists to making potions of fire resistance from.
Okay.
But as it dies, you can see those fan-like things that were on its back that were like glowing heat red and sending heat waves into the air.
Mm-hmm.
As it falls down into the snow immediately starts to hiss and melt away from it. But then you can see those those waves of heat die down, and the red-looking fans on its back turn a dull gray as its body starts to cool to match the temperature of the air and ground around it.
Yeah, I let it cool off a little bit, and then I got a 22 survival check
To harvest the heart.
yeah.
Okay.
Take a
You
fang.
are able to do that. The only reason I'll let you roll for it is because you have alchemy as a one of your skills.
Take a fang for me.
And I have alchemist supplies with me, so.
I want a fang.
Does anyone want to use any hit dice? We can take a short rest right now while Crimson is cutting through this young Ramirez hide and harvesting the heart. Mike, do you want to expend any? We're taking a short rest now.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get to,
I'll use the last 3 points of my lay hands to bring me up to 25.
Okay.
And then, since we're taking a short rest, I will expend out a hit die here. So it's 1d10 plus 2. That's 6. So that brings you up to 31. That's fine.
All right. That's our first short rest of the day. Do you get your this is the beginning of a new day, so you get your channel back, right? You got one more
Right.
for the rest of this day?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. How about you, Crimson? Do you want to expend any hit die or anything while you're taking a short rest? You're still not full.
No, I'm good.
Okay, and I've used one first level spell and one second level spell. With my hunting. No, I used two first level spell, my wild cunning.
I use two first level spells and a second level spell.
Same as me. So that's Brug and Goldie both used that. Two first and one second.
I think wild cunning can be done as a ritual. Let me double check.
Ooh. I think it can be. I think you're dead right. That's why I took it. Never mind. Yeah, that's definitely one first, 1 second in that case for Brood. Nice.
Yep, ritual.
Yep. All right, gentlemen. That's going to be it for today.
All right. That was fun.
How'd y'all like the setup going into all this?
Good.